Hey everybody, welcome to snowy West Virginia. It is cold and they're calling for about 4 inches of snow tonight and freezing temperatures. We just arrived last night to do some Christmas celebration with family here for the next couple days before heading back to East Tennessee for more family tend to arrive to our house for 5 days, maybe a week. And I wanted to take a minute to share some snow with folks who don't get snow, and to thank everyone for their support, and also share great news that the donations are still pouring in to help with the ED project in Hampton, Tennessee. Miss Lucy and I was with Ed's family yesterday. We took a truckload of toys that were donated from the Church of Christ in Newport. Our dear friends and sister and brother from that church in our neighborhood, Bob and Tina, and a big thanks to them, and a thanks to the ladies from Seymour who packaged all these gifts for young children up to teens with wonderful presents. And Ed's wife, Miss Angie, and their granddaughter are actually out today distributing these gifts to children. And as you'll see in upcoming videos, we got a great tour of the progress on their home, and we were blown away from the last visit to this one for how much progress has been made to this point. It's looking awesome, and kudos to Jeff and his team from around the Lynchburg, Danville area in Virginia, who are on site in Hampton through the duration to finish this project out. So God bless them and thank them for their time. I didn't get to see Ed yesterday because he was down with the virus, so prayers out to him that he's feeling better soon and back on his feet. And I received an email this morning from a family in Texas that I've never met, and with great news. They had forecasted that they would be sending a check up for about $525 to support the project, and the grandmother who's communicating with me emailed me to let me know it was being put in the mail today, and it wasn't for $500, it was for $825. So this family all agreed that money being spent on presents would be combined and gifted to support the ED project. So God bless them, thank them very much, and I thank them for Ed and his family, Miss Angie as well. And hopefully January, February, we'll be able to watch Ed and his family move back into their home. So that's awesome news, and again, thank you all so much for everything as the work continues. We have enough committed to replace the entire bedroom furniture, mattress and box spring for the granddaughter. being raised by Ed and Miss Angie. So that'll be one room taken care of, and the other rooms will need to be fit out, and we'll support and donate as according to what you all send in. This last batch of Lowe's cards and contributions, donations, gifts, we passed off $2,000 in Lowe's cards. They were sizable donations that came in from Maryland, a gentleman that I worked with 20 plus years ago when I was working out near DC. One of the project people I worked with that I've stayed in touch with made a nice contribution. Donations from Michigan, Virginia, the Cumberland Plateau, family that I've met one time up in Kentucky at an event that I was working teaching preparedness classes last year. He and his wife reached out to me with a sizable gift to support this project. So thank you all, and God bless you all for making your effort to combine with everything to help move this along. So anyway, as you can see, the snow is still coming down. It's nice to be home with family and to enjoy some snow and family time, and a wonderful meal earlier, and to personally thank the family members who have all helped in this effort in Poga, Elk Mills, and now the Ed Project, through probably 30 plus bags of clothing for children and adults, shoes, coats, pillows, blankets, from the beginning, and then several $1,000s in donations and Lowe's cards along the path. So it was nice to get a hug them and thank them in person here in southern West Virginia. So to the family members who aren't here that are out in other states, thank you as well. And let's get on with the videos, and thank you all again. God bless. Merry Christmas. Bravo Echo out.
Got it. I think it's a cool dog.
So when we were here last time, you may remember seeing the studs and needing insulation, and the floor was still being replaced, and so forth. And you met Jeff from Virginia. Well, Jeff's had a crew here with him from Virginia, and the amount of work that has happened here in the last month is just, it's amazing. They not only have insulation and sheetrock in,
Like paper towels.
but they also have walls up, insulation, and paint. The crew's painting the whole house right now. The HVAC system is in. So the HVAC's in, the plumbing's in. They're waiting on the cabinets. The cabinets are ordered, and they're waiting on them to come in. And the timeline is looking like sometime in January that Ed and Miss Angie and the granddaughter are going to be able to hopefully move home. And it's just it's amazing to see so much progress in the last month. It's just awesome. All praise. All praise to God. They had some, this room, they held off in finishing this room here. Ed wanted to get the main house finished before they do the family room so that the family can get moved in when it's ready. They hit a couple of snags along the way with some funding, big dollar items, and through contacts and Lord's gifts, they were able to turn some funds to continue on with the work that you see. It's all beautiful, but none of it's cheap. None of it's cheap. Thanks to everyone who has contributed. There's been a lot of different pots of money helping with this effort. This is awesome.
The lady just pulled up around here. I'm not sure.
Kind of funny. Hey everyone, we're back in Hampton, Tennessee, just over the mountain from Elk Mills Poga. And I am with Mrs. Ed, aka Miss Angie. And Brother Ed is down with a virus. So we're sorry to hear that, but we're happy to have Miss Angie here. And I know we'll get a lot more likes having her than having to listen to Ed and I. So we're back here for a couple of reasons. One is we wanted to tour the house, and it is amazing in 30 days how much it has progressed forward. Definitely. It almost honestly takes your breath to go from half sheetrock, uninsulated walls to seeing them finished and painted, and it's beautiful. And another reason we're here is some dear friends of ours back in our hometown from the Church of Christ contacted me and offered a truckload of Christmas gifts for children of different age groups. And I reached out to Ed yesterday and said, hey, if we can get these, is there a point of contact in Hampton? And he and Miss Angie have been so kind, as with turkeys, they know their community, and to take this on less than a week before Christmas. And I believe, if I remember right, these gifts were all provided and wrapped by the ladies group from the Church of Christ in Seymour, and then distributed to Newport, to us, and now to Hampton. And to show you how nice these are, this one's for a girl 9 to 12, and you can see how they're already packaged. And this is super, super nice. And there's a lot of goodies in here. And then for the teens, there's boys and girl, 13 to 16. It's pretty cool. And there's a gift, and then there's gift cards that go along with that. And the bed of my truck is full of these blessings. And they also donated a box of, these are blankets, and when you fold them out, they say the word faith on them.
Oh,
They're pretty cool.
and I do have to say, that is our team colors here in Hampton.
No kidding.
Yes! Blue and white is our team colors.
And I always get to do this with Ed. I'm glad I get to do it. So, we, over the last few weeks, we've had folks from Maryland, Michigan, West Virginia, Virginia, and Tennessee that I can remember right off. that reached out and said, hey, I want to help. And either they mailed Lowe's cards, a Lowe's e-certificate, or sent checks that I converted over to Lowe's cards. So there's $2,000 in Lowe's cards in here. And we also had enough that I tried to be I Spy, kinda, sorta. I'm sure Ed's smart enough to figure out, but I hope your granddaughter doesn't watch this. I guess it doesn't matter. But we have enough that everything that Ed sent me that was in her bedroom, we're going to replace that, okay?
She will be very appreciative. The Lord is so good. He's been so good to us and you guys. He sent so many great people to our house. Like I said, I feel undeserving. I feel like maybe there's somebody worse off than me, but the Lord's intentions, and I can't fuss with him.
Well, he put that out there in front of me.
Yes.
Jerry kind of sent us together. So
I appreciate it very much. She'll be very happy. Very happy.
when you're ready for this,
Okay.
whenever you to move in,
Mm-hmm.
I'll either bring it over or the actual check is not in here. I had one more check to clear, but I'm not worried about it.
That's fine. It's going to be a little while, but
Yeah,
no, she'll
and I knew
be
you
so
didn't have
happy.
anywhere to store it.
Yes. And I think I've taught her well. She didn't go way beyond
That's good.
outrageously, so yeah, she'll be very appreciative too. We are.
Sure.
We are. And we thank you guys so
Well,
much. And
I
thank
know
you guys so much.
Not cheap.
No,
It's hard work.
no.
Thank God for Jeff and his crew.
Mm-hmm. Me and Ed went to pick out doorknobs the other night. And I didn't know that there was so much to find doorknobs.
And they're
What a
not-
task.
They're not cheap.
No, nothing is. But
Yeah,
we really
paint,
appreciate this a lot.
Yeah, all of it.
Yes,
It's almost overwhelming, truthfully.
it is. I said I could never build a house from the ground up. There's no way.
We
No
have
way.
some friends that are going to do that right now. Yeah.
I couldn't. There's too many decisions to make. I just couldn't do it.
Same.
But we're so appreciative that we can get back in our, like I said, in our home quicker than what we thought we could.
Well, I know it's been really hard for y'all and for many, many people. Just, just hope and pray that every day is a positive step for each family.
Yes.
I heard a friend of mine on a podcast up in Philadelphia just in the last week was talking about how, isn't it amazing, actually it was a podcaster out of Knoxville, and she was saying how Bible sales are at an all-time high right now.
That's why you never ask why to the Lord,
No,
You just
do
know that
good.
this was part of His plans, and you just go with it. And me and Ed had to come to the realization that I told him, I said, you're going to have to slow down because this is God's plan. I said, I had to turn it over to the Lord and say, Lord, on your time, you just do what you got to do. I can't, stand back and be upset every day and overwhelmed. It's in your time. And that's what I had to do.
Yeah, because for many folks that I've talked to that are on your end, disaster side, and it's like 3 positive steps and then something happens or something's delayed or something didn't arrive in a shipment and so on and so forth. And
Well, last night we had I stopped by here this afternoon after work, and the men that are painting had, like where the sheetrock is at, it was white instead of the color, like it was bleeding through. And they were all tore up. They had called all these people, and you know, everything. They were so worried because this was not going to be perfect. And the one gentleman, he said he was not leaving until it was done. And they figured out it was humidity. It was like not drying. So today it looks perfect.
Wow.
Today it's perfect.
Haven't heard that.
Yes, they just did. It happened last night. And this morning when they come in after they figured out the humidity and everything and fixed the heat pump where it needed to be, and
That's amazing.
it is. It is
Well,
really amazing.
you're blessed that this crew you have is so dedicated and meticulous. They're doing awesome stuff in there.
Right.
It's awesome. It looks great. Well, I'm going to cut this off because you're probably freezing. And
I'm used to this weather, so.
guys, gals, make sure you hit the like button because, like,
I have to get more likes than Ed.
she has to have more likes than Brother Ed. And, you know, him being down sick right now, I know he needs a picker-upper, but let's give Miss Angie a bunch of likes, okay? Merry Christmas to you all.
Thank you,
Thank
guys.
you all. And till next time, be blessed. Bravo Echo out.
Okay, we're here with Alicia, and Dolly, our friend, was so kind to have a computer that she wanted to donate to someone. And it turns out that Ed has a neighbor who lived across the street with 4 daughters. So Alicia's going to be a recipient of Dolly's computer, and she even told me that I lost the exact same one. So
That's
how about
incredible.
that? So she's getting the exact replacement.
That's wild.
And Tina and Bob, she's got some of the gift bags that you're going to packed up. So she's got the 4 daughters. She picked out 4 bags. So we'll send her on her way, hopefully with a little bit of a Merry Christmas smile.
Yes, thank you guys so much.
So it's been about a month since I was, 3 weeks since I was in Hampton, and there's progress being made. Seems like every time I come here it rains. You see the standing water from the heavy rains we had here in East Tennessee yesterday and last evening, and the White House that you see directly in front of me, I think that it's condemned and it's going to be torn down. This is next door to Ed, and then beyond the white trailer is Jerry's house, which if you have followed the author Courtney out of Johnson City, that's the project. They've totally rebuilt that home for the gentleman named Jerry. First visit here, right beyond the car, the brown there, it's been leveled out now, but there was a home there. It was the young lady, Miss Alicia, with the 4 children that escaped out the back, as I'm told. I will show you. So this is right across the street from Ed, and the water was waist to chest deep, and after Ed checked on his next door neighbor, he came across, he knew they couldn't get out, and he came over to check on Alicia and her children. He was banging on the door to contact them. What he didn't know is they had managed to get out the back door and go up towards the trampoline, and they crossed the fence back there to get to higher ground and safety to escape the flood. But as you can see on the brown level spot here, they got out of their home and escaped, and their home was a total loss. And this is across the street from Ed, further away from the river that breached. So it's continuing on. But so we're now 3 months, and there's so much work remaining. This requires workers and it requires resources, which cost money. So this is Ed's front yard. Pre-disaster, Miss Angie, his wife, was telling me that his yard and his landscaping was some of Ed's pride and joy. He took good care. But so much progress has been made inside. This crew from Lynchburg, Virginia, through their church, has just made incredible progress in the last 30 days. And it's nice to walk in the house and feel heat, and see the nice walls and paint and all the progress. It's as Miss Angie told me, she's getting homesick. So the work continues, and again, I thank all of you for your prayers and support to all these victims and these communities. The goal is self-sustainability and to move things forward, but I think one of the hardest parts for the residents here is when they realize it will never return to what it was before. There is going to be a new norm, and psychologically that can be extremely difficult.